Huwag mo na munang implement yan. Sir, huwag mo na munang implement yan. This is a 2-star general going to his underclassman, going to his upperclassman who is a 1-star general. I hope you don't miss that point. He is now 2-star general. Pupunta siya dating upperclassman niya. Hanggang ngayon, upperclassman niya. Kaya sir pa ang tawag niya. Sir, mga bata ko yan. And General Aquino, I think agreed, ipinreaser niya yung dismissal. Pumunta rin siya kay Lakadin at inamin niya pa, whether nagdiburo siya o pag pinagsama mo lahat yan, eh tatamaan talaga. Dahil sabi niya, sir, konti lang nakuha ko dyan. So when you add these two statements, including the pressure of all the generals at that time, Purisima, Petra Santa, lahat yun pinagsama-sama mo, including the report of General Ferro, na including the court dismissal of the case against Ding Wen Kun, Wen Kun. Lahat siya pag pinagsama-sama mo, along with the circumstantial evidence, hindi mo chinek yung mga tao mo, hindi mo sila binantayan, lahat yan, pag pinagsama-sama mo, it becomes a very, very strong case against General Albayalde and all his men. And that is why I'm sorry and I'm really sad for him, because there was a time I respected him. But I do, and all of us, all Filipinos must draw the line. When a policeman na pinagtitiwalaan natin, katulad, ilagay na natin yung pinaka-bokyo dyan, si Joven de Guzman. Sila ay may baril. Sila ay may power over our lives and our property and our children when they walk the streets of Manila. O kaya nagmamaneho. May kapangyarihan niya mga yan. Pag pinabayaan mo na sila mismo kukuha ng drugs at papabenta pa nila doon sa mga tinatakot nila mga bata na nagbigay na ng pera sa kanila, maraming instances na ganyan. Parehong-pareho na ito na nagbebenta, pati yung mga drug, mga bata na nahulihan ng marijuana, pabebentahin nila. Kaya it is a rot. It is a pox, sabi nga ng mga British. It is a rotten thing that is happening here. And sabi ko nga dyan, there is something rotten doon sa Hamlet in the streets of Mexico, Pampanga. Imbis na Denmark, doon sa Hamlet. No? So, yan ang lumabas. So, focusing on this guy, may kaso siya, nilipat na naman siya, nagyan siya ng magandang posisyon. Antipolo is a highly urbanized city. It's a first-class city at the very least. Binigyan mo dyan, nag-hold up na naman. Kasama yung 4. So, pagka pinabayaan natin yung mga kapulisan na ganyan, talagang maglalaho ang tiwala ng bayan sa ating gobyerno. Ang pulis ang mukha ng gobyerno sa atin for many of us. Yan ang dati nagta-traffic. Yan ang dating tinatawag pag kami barilan, pag kami nakawan. Kung hindi mo na mapagtiwalaan yan, then delikado tayo. That is why President Duterte has the right to be disappointed. The Congress, upon the recommendation of the President, gave them the highest salaries ever. And they deserve it. Including nurses, of course. Including teachers. But because we want to make sure that they are steadfast in honesty, in their professionalism, binigay yan. And when they make a mistake, like the gun that we give them, it must be removed. They must be punished right away. They must be taken out of the police force so that hindi gagayahin at hindi na sila makapangulimbat. And that is why today, it is so important for all of us to take pause and listen and say, we're not going to take it anymore. On that note, there are other charges can be put to bear. Meron tayong mga charges na, but that is not our position anymore. It is our findings. We don't file cases. It is the Secretary of Justice and the Ombudsman that files cases. We can file a case, halimbawa dito sa Section 27, RA 9165. This is dangerous for them. Because when you misappropriate the drugs and you sell it, that's life imprisonment. That's a death penalty yan. When you resell it, when you fail to account confiscated drugs, that is punished under this law made by the People's Congress, by the Senate, and approved by no less than the President of the Philippines. Yun ang lumalabas. Tapos, nagplant ka ng ebidensya kay kahit na Chinese yan, si Ding Wen-kun, that is also punishable by life imprisonment if memory serves correct. Lahat yan. Any public officer or employee who misappropriates, misapplies, or fails to account for confiscated, seized, or surrendered dangerous drugs, plant sources of dangerous drugs, controlled precursors and essential chemicals, instruments, paraphernalia, and or laboratory equipment, including the proceeds or properties obtained from the unlawful acts as provided for this law. Tama lahat yan. Yung paglapit niya, prosecution of offenses, negligence, and tolerance. Tinurelate niya yung mga bata niya. He was negligent. Hindi niya binabantayan, hindi man-to-man guarding. Maliciously refrain from instituting prosecution for the punishment of violators of the law or shall tolerate the commission of offense. Dapat nagagawa tayo ng pulis na mataas yung kanilang pride. Na pag may tao ka, oy, unit natin na matatamaan, kakasuhan kita kagad. Mabuti ng kasuhan kita nang galing sa akin kaysa maggaling pa sa iba kaya pa ang bayan. Yun dapat ang gagawin ng pulis. Ito pinabayaan eh. Humaba ng humaba, umabot ang 3 years hanggang ngayon, nagpupulis pa naman yung mga yan. Kaya hanggang hindi iniimbestiga ng Blue Ribbon, nakakapangulimbat pa yan. So, ito, yung pakiusap kay Lacadin and Aquino na to implement, ayan na sinabi ko, Section 3, Republic Act 3019. Pag pinagsama mo na yan doon sa yung anti-graft at saka yung circumstantial evidence, dali sila dyan. Causing any undue injury to any party, including the government, or giving any private party. The government is injured. The reputation of the government is injured. Hindi mo binigay yung kwan. The drug war is injured. Yan ang dating yan. So, mga kasama, those are some of the things that can fall under General Albayalde and his people. The other recommendations that we make, just general muna, ginagawa pa namin yung mga bato, yung mga rules. Sorry, we've been sleeping very little for the last several days. Yung mga, I spoke at the IAS about 3 or 4 months ago. And at that time, we talked about it. We suggested that the IAS should not be under the PNP. Should not even be under the DILG. In the UK and in the Hong Kong, ang mga police pag investigasyon niya, mga eminent persons ang nag-iimbestiga para ganoon hindi masasamahan ng tinatawag na pakiusap o mga kabaro o mga ganyan. Ang mga proposals pa natin dito ay, yun, IAS, I agree with the current director of the IAS, iwalay natin ang IAS sa kapulisan. Well, yung amending the Dangerous Acts, pag-aaralan namin yan, kinakausap ko, I'm the Judicial Bar Council sapagkat ang tagal bago makahuli at maraming nadidismiss dahil mali-mali ang ginagawa ng kapulisan. Even that should be looked into. Immediate suspension or dismissal of rogue policemen, not merely reassignment to other posts. Gusto ko, any officer who transfers somebody who is under investigation to Mindanao or any other place in the country, pag tinransfer mo yan, kasama ka na dapat maparusahan. Dapat alam ng pulis kung ano nga abuti niya pagka siya nagkamali. Hindi yung tatakuti siya, tatapok kita sa banda. Na-shock pa ako, sabi, mabuti yun, kaya tinatakot namin, baka doon sila matepok. Hindi tama yun. That is not rule of law. Rule of law is you remove or you suspend. Immediate confiscation of service firearms and badges para hindi na sila makapalimbat. Kahit na naka-appeal, dapat tanggal yan. Nakikita naman yun sa TV. Give me your badge, give me your firearm. Kinukuha yan. Whether it's in discharge of firearms or especially in drugs. Dapat kasama yan. Shorten the review of administrative cases filed against rogue policemen. Inaabot ng taon, inaabot ng buwan. Yung IAS, yung mga ganyan administrative proceedings. Alright? Creation of a training program, ito na, which will conduct mandatory training on values. In West Point, ito natutuhan ko sa mga taga-PMA, nakamista ko, sabi niya, dapat mawawala lahat ng hazing yung mga kalokohan na yan. Kung ito ay gagawin natin yung ginawa ng West Point during the time of Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken, yung mga My Lai massacre, pinaturuan nila lahat yan. A very, very strong point in the training of future soldiers of the military is yung character formation and values. Meron naman yan, dadagdagan lang ng konti sa atin. Ito pa isang pinag-aaralan ko ngayon, and maybe I'm fishing here. Ano silbi ng PNPA? Gumagraduate tayo ng 206, 180, ang budget yan, umaabot ata ng 1 billion. Kung di ako nagkakamali.
775
Ha?
775 million.
775 million. Meron pa silang ibang pinagkukunan yan, yung Philippine Police College. Sabi sa akin na isang kaklase ko na Justice ng Supreme Court, alam mo, Dick, sabi niya, tanggalin nyo na yung PNPA. Gawin nyo na lang, sorry, baka magalit sa akin si Ping. Ping, hindi pa totoo ito. Ito pinag-aaralan pa natin to, ha? Oh, very clear ako dyan, ha? Gawin nyo lang 4 years college, yung magiging officer, and then 2 years training. Para specific yung training niya, makukuha niya yung whole 9 yards, how to preserve the evidence, how to use intelligence, how to do all that. Then hindi pa tayo gagastos sa malaki. But I'm sure we'll keep the PNPA. Pero yung nga lang, talagang parang nakafocus tayo doon sa kailangan natin. But above all, we cannot change the police. We cannot change the government. We cannot even change it by elections if we maintain an attitude of complacency. Passive. Wala tayong pake. Nanonood lang tayo. And the only way we can change that, and I'd like to use this here, cannot even change it by election. Have to elect better people. But the real trick here is what this country needs is not just a change of men, but a change in men. Thank you very much, and I will be now ready to accept your questions. Thank you.
Sir, ano yung clear recommendation for General Albayalde that he be charged with anti-graft and with graft and anti-graft?
The findings are he is liable for anti-graft, and that will be up to the ombudsman or the DOJ. One of my frustrations here, talaga hindi naman talaga dapat. We are a legislative arm of the government. It's the executive that handles and the judiciary that handles the prosecution. The executive and the judiciary handles the ultimate hearing of the cases. That's why you have a Secretary of Justice. And I think this is where it will come in.
But sir, can
Yes.
you say that General Albayalde is the most accountable, most responsible for the questionable drug release?
By reason of his seniority, by reason of his moral superiority, his competence, hindi naman siya abot ng general kung wala siya alam. I think he is liable, very liable.
But is he the most liable, sir? Sa
It doesn't matter to me who is the most liable. A crime is a crime. Baloyo is equally liable. And to me, the fact that he returned, he was the one who signed the orders. Balik nyo na si Baloyo sa Tagaytay. Balik nyo na ito si Joven dito, de Guzman, sa Antipolo. Gaganda posisyon yan. Tapos pumutok sa kanya yan. Aba, dapat kung mababang opisyal yan, bakit mo binalik yan? Halimbawa, regional commander ang nagbalik. May kaso na yan eh. Ba't binalik mo pa? Paliwanag mo, ba't mo binalik? Eh, syempre, magpapaliwanag yan, di ba? He will be forced to say, oh, you justify why. Eh, wala eh. Generally yan, pinakamataas na yan, siya nagbalik. Parang above the law. No way. No way.